I would say every team that I have coached, maybe the past 7 years, have they have they've used circle as either a main offense or sort of as a changeup. It's traditionally 5 out, and we'll go over all the positions and the personnel needed to operate this. And this is a very personnel-specific offense. I mean, you have to have kids that can pass, catch, make decisions. It's a very effective offense if you're able to operate it the way it's meant to be. So we'll start with some of the clips that I had put up before, but we're going to go over really how this works. So here we are. This was one of the first teams to use circle that I coached, and they're going to follow some of the basic rules of the offense. So as you can see, we are 5 out. You can run this 5 guards. You can run this with post players, which we'll get to in a second. But the first rule here is that anytime you get an overplay or you don't think your defender is paying attention to you, you should automatically just cut back door. And to run this offense successfully, you need to have players that are willing to make some of these passes, this here being one of them. So overplay, backdoor, layup. Pretty simple stuff. Another rule, anytime you are dribbled at, you have to go ahead and cut backdoor. Sometimes you'll get this, but anytime you're dribbled at backdoor, and these players are just going to move up a spot. So we have a dribble at. We continue to dribble at, another backdoor, and another easy shot. Okay. Now, this action is the basic action of the circle offense, and teams will take this away in various ways, but there's a pass, there's a what we call a slash cut. So the player on top is going to make this pass. She's going to cut down to the elbow and pop out here. Whereas this player is rub cutting right off her back. This is not a screen. We don't want this player to come and sort of set kind of a screen because it might get called as an illegal. We want this to be a sprint and pop out. And she is timing this to go right off her back and curling to the basket for a layup. And if she doesn't get it, she's going to circle out to this corner. At the same time all this is happening, the corner player is hustling up and running to the top of the key. This can sometimes lead to a shot or a catch and a drive because the defense is all rotating. We'll get to this side of the floor later. But for now, this is the basic action that sets everything else up. Pass, right off her heel, cut, score. And again, you have to be willing to make this pass. She's open. Some kids won't throw that. You have to be willing to do it. Okay. Moving on. Same team. We're moving. The ball here, when the ball gets up to the top, we don't want it to stick. It's a shot, drive, or swing it. If the ball stops, then the defense has a chance to reset. Pass. There's your cut. There's your layup. Again, now this is a team of 9th graders running this. This is not, super advanced high-level basketball here. This is a JV team full of freshman players, and they did a really good job with it. Taken away. There's a nice skip. Let's back that up. She had jammed this cut. That's fine. She came up high, and we're just going to throw a skip pass, attack a closeout. You got to allow your players the freedom to make those kind of plays. There's your cut, taken away. Immediate swing, really good. And a drive. So let's watch that again. Again, you need to have the ability to do this for this offense to be successful. So on this swing, this player attacks a bad closeout, and look at that gap, that gigantic double gap that is formed right there. We're just going to go right to the hole, draw a foul. All right, we're getting set up here. Make our pass. Okay, this is called the sprint screen, and this is one of the most important actions, in my opinion, in the offense. If all you do when you're running circle is to go from top to side, and keep running that circle cut, you're going to get really frustrated running this offense because teams will eventually take that little rub cut and curl away. So you have to have other options. So we would always just call this sprint. So if we're telling this player, hey, you're going to be sprinting, then we know that she's not going to stop at the top of the key. She's going to continue all the way into a ball screen. And if you think about it, if you're defending this player the whole game, you get tired of coming out here, if you're a hedging team, to hedge this every single time. It gets really hard. So there's our rub cut. She's probably open, but this player knows that the sprint screen is coming, and so instead of throwing that, which she probably should, she's going to wait, and that's a really good shooter. And we get a bucket. Okay, here comes another overplay, backdoor layup. Let's watch that again. This player here sees that her defender is literally staring right at the ball, and if you have players that are able to do this, and again, these are freshmen. If you have kids that can say, man, I'm just going to go ahead and cut, and are willing to make that pass, you'll get stuff like this. All right, coming down. I'm going to reset here at the top. Good curl. She misses this, but we're going to stay in it. Keep playing. Good ball movement. Swing it. And this is another really good thing about this is you can post up players after this circle cut. We're going to come down. We got a face cut here. She's not open for a layup, but let's throw it in there anyway, because if the ball gets down there, everyone's going to collapse. I mean, she's got kick out opportunities if she wants it, but she's going to go up and score and draw a foul. There's your drive and kick. Another really good option. I like this one when number 11 comes here to run the circle cut. There's a good little interchange there. This team tried to start jamming that cut, and she's not going to fight it. You don't want to fight that pressure. You want to, if she's going to jam you like that, she does a great job of just cutting back door here. Missed the shot. That is the right read. That was well done. Back door not open. Rotate up. Keep the ball moving. Easy circle cut right there. Coming down. Great pass. And again, you have to be willing to make this pass because, she's open. It doesn't look like she's wide open, but you lead that, and that's what we need. Okay, so some teams are going to do this to take this away. So the more shooters you can put on the floor, the more you can negate what the defense is trying to do. So they know now, hey, look, when the ball's on this side, this kid's just going to cut. So they're going to take this defender and stick her right there. So how do we counter that? Just throw it right to the corner for a three. She's a pretty good shooter. She misses that, but still, that's a good option. Teams will sometimes really start trying to deny this pass. That's okay. Go as high as you need to. Make them pay. Now, this is something else that we worked on quite a bit with this team. Here comes your circle cut. Well done. She's open. They collapse down, right back out to your shooter. This is a great play by number 13 here. And again, this is a freshman team. This is not, an advanced varsity team. So here we go with more back doors. Dribble at, spread them out, draw a foul. All right, so now this is the same group a year later. So now they're not just freshmen. These are some sophomores now playing varsity mixed in with a couple of former varsity kids. And here's this is our post player. So now you can see how Circle's going to operate with a true big. She was about 6'1" and was definitely not a guard. But you'll see how we used her in this offense here. There's your circle cut, not open. There's your sprint screen. Again, very difficult to guard. Immediate swing to our shooter, and she gets taken out. Okay, coming down again. Probably going to be sprinting again. But nope, we get the pop out. So this is an important read here that number 10 makes. And again, this is one of the best shooters on the floor here. So what she's going to do is, this team, again, they knew what we were doing. Teams are going to scout you, obviously. So on that pass, she knows, this defender knows that 10 is going to come off her and curl. So when she sags and tries to cut this off, number 10 sees this. So you have to allow your players to make this read. So she sags under, 10 just going to pop out, and you cannot give her that. Okay, we're coming down again. So now you got your big. You got your big doing the circle cut. So let's take a look at this again. So she's not a guard. She is not the sprint screener, because remember, they come from the corner. So what we're going to do here is she's going to run the circle, but she's going to post now. She's not going to just, most of the time your guards are going to run this circle cut and fill out. If you have a post-up opportunity, and that means for a big guard too, if you want to go down there and pin your player and just call for the ball, that's a great opportunity to do that. All right, we're moving again. So now we've moved now to the 4-out version of circle. We didn't want her on the perimeter anymore, at least for now, so we moved her here to the nail. So basically, you're still doing the same thing, but now this is really designed to get the ball to a post player. So there's your circle cut. 12 is still running the circle cut, but your post is here setting a screen, so it's almost like a double screen. And then after she screens the post player now, she's just going to dive, leaving that player wide open. So if you watch number 11 here, she's coming out of the corner and is wide open because everyone's worried about the big. Open 3. All right, moving the ball. And then every once in a while, you're still going to get your bread and butter cut. There's a lot of different ways to score out of this. And again, I see so many teams, and I've talked to coaches that have tried to run this offense, and they get frustrated because all they do is this cut. You'll get this every once in a while, but it can't be the only way you score. But every once in a while, you'll still get this. All right, coming down again. And we ran circle a ton this game. There's your pop out. The big decides it's time to go post again, and we're just going to throw it right to her. Difficult to guard if you've got a good post player down there. Here comes your sprint screen again. Just get it to her. And draws a foul. Okay, so now we moved on to a different team. This is a summer team. Very, very recent. So again, you're going to see this is another big. She's about 6'4", and she's going to run the circle cut. And you don't think that your bigs are going to do it, but if you have kids that can do that, that's really difficult to guard. All right, another team from the summer. This is a very talented team. All those kids here went on to play college basketball. So now we're in circle, not open. We're moving the ball. We're going to get that pass and that kick out. You saw this exact same thing with that JV team. There's your circle cut. Get it, kick right back out to a shooter, wide open. Okay, we're going to come down again. Getting the ball moving. We don't want to hold it. It's either a drive or a shot or a swing. Moving it, moving it. They're taking away the circle cuts. That's all right. Now we're going to have our big stretch 4 here do a sprint screen. It's like you run circle, then you get this. Well done. Okay, this is our varsity team from 2 seasons ago. This was a good team, won a lot of games, and they were playing a team that did not defend circle very well. So you'll see some of the actions here. There's your pop out, doesn't like it. She's going to run right into that sprint screen. Comes for the help, kick out, 3. Again, popping out, not there. You got to be willing to try to make that pass. If you've got a good passing team, circle is a very solid offense. But as you can see, you got to have that skill. Here comes a sprint screen. Wide open 3. All right, there's your circle cut not open. We're kind of jogging through this, and I'd like these cuts to be a little faster. But there's a great pass. Let's watch that again. So again, if you have a team that can make these kinds of plays, it really makes the offense hum. So number 4 does a nice job here of not trying to fight that jam. You get that, just keep going. Keep going. You might get it late. All right, here we go again. Circle cut. Again, peels right off. Excellent job. Just again, a shame we don't finish this, but another great pass by that same player. And watch 51. She gets jammed. What does she do? She doesn't fight it. She just spins right off. Great pass, and just can't quite put it in. All right, we're moving. There's your circle cut. Here comes your sprint screen. And if you have athletes like this that can get to the rim, tough to guard that. All right, last one. Backdoor circle cut, not there. Give your players the freedom to make plays. As you can see, the offense is getting kind of wacky right now. It's kind of broke down, and this girl just decides just to go. You should give your players the freedom to be able to do that. So that's the basics of circle. There's still a couple more things that I didn't put in this. One of the options being, what do you do when the ball is passed from the wing to the corner if it's not going to be for a shot? You can use your coaching creativity on that. I have set a corner ball screen before. I've had players just pass to the corner and then cut and post up. If they're able, if they're a big guard or a post player, it's a great opportunity to pass, dive, and just look for the ball. And then the player in this corner, if she doesn't like it, she can dribble up, look, doesn't like it, then the player that dove can fill back out. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. I've done it to where if this player passes to the corner, she's going to come in here and kind of slip a screen and do that. I mean, so it's really up to you what you want to do. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. Just kind of like if you were running a motion offense and you had your rules. Hey, ball goes to the corner. We're doing this. So that's one of the options that you can do when the ball goes to the corner. If you're going to run the circle cut and that's not open because that post defender is sagging, you can have your post player in the corner come and set a step-up screen to send the player baseline. I've had one team that loved to do that I no longer have film on, unfortunately, but that's something else that you can do with the offense. So there's a lot of wrinkles here that you can do with this offense. If you've got 5 guards that can pass and catch and shoot, it's a really good offense to run. If you've got a big that you want to get involved in the sprint screen pick and roll game, it works. If your players are indecisive and below average passers and are afraid of pressure and stuff, this is probably not the offense for you. But more skilled teams, I think, can get a lot out of this either as a main offense or as a secondary. So that's some of the details on circle.